What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? Welcome to Dylan Talks Tone, and welcome to a new live unboxing. If you are not familiar with our channel, we do guitar stuff here. So if you like guitar stuff, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and you'll like guitar stuff. I want to also thank, as we get going, my Patreon supporters, because we don't get free stuff from guitar brands, and so a lot of times, well, all the time, the Patreon supporters and the folks that use the super chats and the little super thanks things on the videos, that's what allows us to be able to get guitars to review, because I actually have to buy them. So thank you so much for everybody that contributes to that. Now, for those of you that don't like unboxing videos, that's okay. We have all kinds of other stuff. But one of the reasons why we do these is because it keeps everybody honest. I think there's too much negativity surrounding YouTube reviews, and I think that a lot of times the guitars are just fine when they come out of the box. And so I buy them just like you do, and they show up and we get them out of the box, and if they suck, we put them back in the box and we return them, we identify problems, and we keep everybody honest that way. So that is how we're going to do it today. We got a new one. This is a new one of an old one. This is a guitar that I've owned in the past, but they've made some upgrades to it, or not upgrades, but changes to it. And so we're going to get it out of the box today and see if it's any good. Today, knife of the day, half-face blades, Crow Jr. S35VN fixed blade. I like fixed blades because that's what you need to cut tape. Cool. It's interesting that this box does not have a label on it. If you saw the thumbnail, you know what it is already, but get that boy out of here. I took it out of the big box already. You know, the box that it comes in, because that box is so huge and unmanageable. So, it is a PRS SE case gig bag. Before we open the guitar, see what comes in here. Okay, so we've got our, looks like our truss rod wrench and our bridge adjustment wrench and our tremolo bar, vibrato bar, and we'll need that here in a minute. And whatever else is in it, who cares? We don't care about any of that. Silver Sky SE. You know I had to get the purple one because purple's cool. And the maple fretboard. So I've not ever had one of these in maple before. And, so the tone's brighter because, see, it's brighter. So right off the bat, the frets are good. They're good. I will say that my first honest impression is, no, just real, for real. They are not as good as the rosewood one. This stuff is going to need a little work. That one right there. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna have to do a little work on these. This is not as good as the other one. So again, this is just kind of trying to keep everything legit. Is it a deal breaker? No, because it'll take 3 seconds to fix that with a file. I mean, it'll be done in no problem, no time at all. Other than that, everything looks swell. No damage, no issues. Yeah, cool. So, let me check for some questions, then we'll get this thing tuned up and we'll listen to it real quick. Let's see. I find it hard to believe that this is the same company that gave you Nebula. I like I like all these colors. I know a lot of people don't, but I don't really care. I think they're cool. Yeah, I think they're neat. Cool. All right, well, no real questions, so let's go ahead and throw a strap on this junk and get her tuned up. And we'll give it a little playthrough, and then if there's any questions after that. I don't really have any plans for this. I just wanted to try. See me reaching for a fender side? Which is funny because I was playing a Fender with P90s in it this morning, and I was playing a Gibson with P90s in it, and I was doing the same thing, reaching for the wrong side of the peg head. Alright, just a cursory check of the setup. Just about flat, maybe a couple thousandths, which is cool. Fretboard's nice and low, or the action's nice and low. So the frets are flat. We've just got a couple of rough ones on the edges. In fact, is this one that's rough high? Nope, it's not. So, cool. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let me just double check. All right. Yeah. Dudes don't like purple sometimes. Personally, I have no issue with purple. I'm fairly confident in that direction. All right, let's go ahead and give you some sounds. I'm going to shut this microphone off. Well, sounds like a Silver Sky. The tone's like way brighter when you look at it. You know, oops. Snagged my headphones off the desk. Yeah, I mean, you know, it looks different. It feels way different. I don't know the mattness that they have on the... sounds stupid. The mattness. The amount of gloss I feel like is different from the maple neck with the rosewood fretboard. Maybe like the way they spray it is different or something, because it does feel a little different than that one. Other than that, I mean, it sounds the same. It feels the same. Looks different. The fret work on the ends, maybe this one suffered a little more in travel than some of them did. The nut is fine. There's only a couple frets. This one, and then there's a couple on the bottom. Just give them a little hit with the emery cloth and they'll be fine. So it's not a scary thing, but just something to know. Other than that, I think it's good. It's, it's cool. It weighs what it weighs. I mean, these things are cool. I really like them. I mean, that's why I bought another one. Because I don't have a Silver Sky right now, and I kind of miss the two that I had before. Playing through the Tonex? Yes, I'm playing through the Tonex. Let's see. The neck looks like it's a day old. Well, it's a brand new guitar, and it has a urethane finish on it, so it's pretty much always going to look like that. I don't know why people have such a hang up about what the neck looks like, but, light maple looks like light maple. I have another PRS back there that has a very light maple neck, too. If you don't like it, get a rosewood one. It's not just the purple, it's the bright white, everything else that goes with it that just looks cheap. Well, Strats have white stuff on them. PRS stuff has white stuff on them. That hasn't changed. Here's the thing with people like that. And I'm just going to call you out. And if you don't like it, that's okay. Me and you can disagree on stuff and we can still like guitar stuff. People look for things not to like. This is one of those guitars that I will basically buy on purpose to piss people off. Because this is a guitar that people will find reasons to not like it. But let me tell you, objectively, this guitar is a very good instrument. But people will find reasons. The peg head is ugly. Well, guess what? It works better than a Fender one. It does. It works better than a Fender one. That tilt back peg head and no string tree, way better. The 3x3 works awesome. Even having a scarf joint in it, who cares? Works good. Architecturally and how the guitar works, it works great. Functionally, it works great. The way this guitar is made is great. If you don't like how it looks, that's okay. But the bottom line is, this is one of those guitars that people are going to find reasons not to like. And they're just wrong, because it's good. And you can not like it. I mean, obviously, we can all think what we want to think. But the reason I think people try to find ways to not like this guitar is to somehow downgrade it and think it's worse or whatever. But it's just not. It's just really good. It's really good. So just separate your I don't like that guitar from that guitar's not as good because it just is. It's just good. So anyway, and for $850, I would buy this over a Mexican Strat, player Strat, any day of the week. This guitar is much better. I've had them both. We did videos before. We bought two of them at the same time. We put them side by side. Even with this little bit of fretwork, this is still better than a Mexican Fender. Still better. Even with the couple little things we gotta scuff on there. So, and PRS didn't give me anything to say this. I bought this guitar. And I actually asked PRS for another guitar the other day and they never emailed me back. So, whatever, I don't care. It's awesome. Anyway, there you go. Let's see if there's any other questions. So, yeah. Oh, no, not triggered. We're just talking about guitar stuff. It's fun. I like guitar stuff. I think it's fun. Let's see. PRS will do better in the long run by staying out of the serious budget market. Richard, I 100% agree with you. Anything cheaper than $850, in my opinion, for a there doesn't need to be a cheaper guitar than this from PRS. I think their SE line at $850 needs to be the bottom. I 100% agree with you, especially because it's a premier brand that they don't need Squires. Squires are Squires for Squire people. And for those folks that need them. I mean, the video comes out tomorrow about a Squire and it's fantastic. All these guitars are very good and they all make the sense in their various price points. But you're right, I don't think we need to have one cheaper than this. Is it better than a Sire S7? I don't care about Sires. Never cared about them. I played them. They just don't make me happy. So I don't care. You might want to do the research. But if you're just spec shopping and trying to be like, I want the best guitar for whatever money or for the money kind of person, then you're probably going to buy the Sire because it's cheaper anyway, so just buy it. I would say that if you want a good guitar, this is a great guitar. I don't care when it comes to this guitar comes with stainless steel frets from China for X amount of dollars and that one doesn't, because they're never going to be that great anyway. So I really care about just, is the guitar good or not? And if you think the S7 is good and you like it the way it is, then just buy it. But to compare it to this, I don't see the necessity for that. Yeah, I don't really see the necessity for that. Pooh Ninja says, stay with a premium brand and leave the budget stuff for others. That's kind of the way I feel about it too. I think there's a thing about the aspirational side of it too. If you have an SE and you decide you want to get one of their core models, you're moving into a brand family, and I think that's really cool. Unless the Sire S7 or any of those other guitars are a guitar that you're individually very interested in and you want to go get it. Go get it. Obviously there's no wrong answer for that. Comparison shopping with guitar stuff is sort of weird to me. It's not like a truck. Well, it still is. Like, are you a Ford person, a GM person, or a Dodge person? Anymore, if you're spec shopping, you're not going to buy a Ford over a Dodge because it has a better backup camera. Or you're not going to buy a Ford over a Dodge because all of them are within a couple of 100 pounds towing capacity. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, what color do you like? Same thing with dirt bikes and stuff. Like, are you a blue guy, a red guy, an orange guy, or a yellow guy? Or any of the other off-brand stuff from Europe or whatever. It doesn't really matter. If you like it, go get it. I don't think comparison shopping for this, unless you're just a penny pinching person who like needs the best dollar value out of a thing, but that's a different perspective than, is this guitar better than that one? Stay within your price range. Don't go outside of your price range that you are willing to or are able to afford, and buy the best guitar that you can for the money. But sometimes the best guitar is the coolest looking one, or sometimes it's the one that feels the best, whether the pickups are that great or not. Like, don't do that the same way. That would be my opinion. Tundra person. Me too. I've had two of them. I 100% agree. Yeah, I'm a Toyota guy myself. Yeah. Cool, man. Anyway, there you go. This is a fun guitar, man. I think it's cool. I'm excited about it. I'll probably put a set of our Silver Sky pickups in it, because we make a set of pickups for these. So we'll probably put that in there. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to have a live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time, if you want to come talk about guitar stuff. We've got a bunch of new stuff up on Patreon this week. Some outtakes and some behind the scenes stuff. So you want to check that out. Again, thanks to all my Patreon supporters and Super Chat folks and all that. Let me make sure we didn't miss any, because I didn't see them. But okay, cool. So we're going to have a live stream tonight at 8 p.m. Q&A. Come hang out. Some off-topic stuff afterwards. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later.